I have to keep stopping at the restroom, and it's burning. And it's all your fault.
What did I do?
You made jalapeno poppers last night and left me alone, and I ate like 10 of them in a sitting.
That is not my fault. Hey, what's up, family? I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are Two Crazy Ketos.
And if you're new to our channel, welcome. Here on Two Crazy Ketos, we do different things like recipe videos and we do product reviews. We talk about various keto topics, and every Monday we go live on Keto Beyond the Couch because life exists beyond the couch.
You can find us in different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And we have a website, which is twocrazyketos.com, and that's where you're going to find all of our different recipes. Now, we do upload at least 5 new videos every single week, so make sure to subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to hit the little bell icon, and that way every single time we are high in the sky, you'll be alerted to it.
So, we were supposed to go camping this week, and then we had to cancel it because we thought we were going to have to go to the vet and take Roscoe to have him put to sleep. And then he had passed away, but we'd already canceled our camping trip. So we had a couple days off, so we decided we were going to ride up here and go to Animal Kingdom, which we're doing tomorrow. But we got up here this afternoon. Today is Tuesday. And we have been just kind of walking around Epcot, and we are currently flying in the Disney Skyliner.
Yes. So over in the back door World Showcase entrance to Epcot Center by the Ratatouille ride, there's actually an opportunity for you to get on the Skyliner, and the Skyliner goes in between Epcot and the Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, and it also goes to some different resorts.
Yeah.
And we thought it was cool because when we were kids, you used to have the little one that went around Magic Kingdom, and now we're on a different one. It's a little bumpy.
It is bumpy.
But it's kind of cool because we're just kind of using this as a ride.
Right, because it's beautiful. It's a nice action-packed ride. All of the little Skyliner cubes are decorated adorably. We're actually in a pirate-themed one, but there's a haunted mansion going past us.
And when you look from the outside,
Monsters Inc.
You can't see inside, but it's like that, mesh kind of wrapping, so you can see out, but nobody can see in. But we thought this would be really cool. Now, tomorrow, we're going to go to Animal Kingdom, and our mission is, what is the best value to eat on keto at Animal Kingdom?
Yeah, because there's got to be something for us.
What we're going to do is, though, we're going to have to look at the prices and then subtract what I call the Disney tax. And we're going to go, can I get my money worth? So, let's say that same restaurant outside of Disney was, 30% less. We'll figure there's a 30% Disney tax on restaurants.
Easily. And here's the thing. We always go off campus when we go to Universal or SeaWorld. It's very easy for us to leave the park and go ahead and eat outside of the park. But like Joe's saying, it is not as easy to do that when you're on a Disney campus. So instead of bringing your own food in, obviously that's always going to be...
Usually we just don't eat.
The greatest value is going to be pack your lunch, or leverage some of the, continental breakfast options at some of the local hotels, and then fill up on breakfast and be able to go for a long day. But what if that's not an option? You need to eat inside the park.
Maybe you got a bunch of kids who are carb addicts, and you're not going to be able to fast for the day with them.
Yeah.
So when I say 30% is the Disney tax, let's say for the two of us, the bill inside of Disney is $100. Oh my gosh, $100. That's like going to Texas Day, Brazil.
Exactly.
For me, that means we have to get $70 worth of food out of it. Can we get 70? If we went to the restaurant outside, would it be $35 a person good enough? So we're gonna see. We'll let you know. What can you eat in Animal Kingdom and relatively stay keto and feel like you didn't waste a whole bunch of money? Good morning.
Good morning. morning. I slept so good last night. Did you sleep good last night?
I slept really good. It's funny because now that like you're excited about like the low carb cruise for next year.
Yes.
I've been binge watching YouTube channels on cruising.
You a mess.
But I'm binge watching things like Man Overboard, What Happened?
Wait, what? How is that helpful?
I don't know, but all I know is I put on a playlist and I don't remember the first video. Like there was actually something in the first video that I wanted to see, and I don't think I got that far in. It was only a 10-minute video, so I was out pretty quickly after my head hit the pillow. So we're staying back at the Drury because it's about the same price as like other hotels in the area.
It's really nice.
Only it's on Disney property. It's like across the street from Disney Springs.
Yeah.
You get free breakfast, free dinner, which we didn't take advantage of the dinner last night. We weren't back in time.
We missed it.
But more importantly, you get into the park early, and like especially during the summer, that could mean a lot.
That could mean a couple of rides, getting on a couple of rides. It could also save you several hours.
Yeah.
So like getting there half an hour early could save you not being in line 2 or 3 hours later on in the day.
It comes down to strategy at the parks here. Like we got up here yesterday. We do use the Genie Pass, even though it's like an extra $12 to $15. Depends on the park, really.
That's my best souvenir.
But my time is worth money.
To me.
And like if I look at, okay, I can spend $15 on the Genie Pass and have it wait in line for me. And instead of spending an hour on a line, I can
spend like 15 minutes.
Go on a ride and then have that on my line. That is worth it. And the proof for me, at least, is that yesterday we got up here to Epcot. We walked in the gates of Epcot at 4 o'clock. We walked back in the hotel at 8 o'clock. And we had walked over 7 miles.
Yes, we had.
And we did almost every ride in the park.
Well,
including ones that have long lines.
And it's funny because I think we're going to get more walking in because we've invested in this Genie Pass. So it's like
we bounce back and forth.
Instead of it being like, well, if we don't, get on stuff, oh well, let's take a leisurely stroll and like sit a lot or just like stand around in a souvenir shop or something, right. For the air conditioning. We don't do that because we're like, we paid to be here, so let's hustle it. So, yeah. I mean, I feel really good this morning. Strategy.
Keto brains.
You were talking about a strategy. Yes, I do not care that I am the only weirdo sitting at the buffet table with my keto brains, but this is the first morning cup of coffee, and we don't mess with the first morning cup of coffee.
Yeah, so I'm having some breakfast. I'm having some eggs and some sausage. We did find out these are real eggs. They're not like, garbage added to them. They're not even powdered. So eggs, some salsa with cheese, sausage, and then cream cheese on there. And we're going to get our steps in. We're going to Animal Kingdom. The goal today is to find the best place to eat on keto at Animal Kingdom. Any ideas? We're looking at the Tusker House because this month, it just so happens that we're here, our annual pass gets 20% off of food in the parks because we tend to not eat in the parks, as we said earlier, but some people do, and we want to find the best options.
I think for us, and again, our minds are like, I am not paying $30 or $40 a person in order for me to eat in a Disney park. Guess what? You are. You just don't realize it a lot of times until you get up to that cash register, right? Yeah. Because how many times have we gone to just like a hamburger place? I think of like Pecos Bill over in Magic Kingdom. And
we're going to do all the parks.
We will do all the parks, but I can remember spending like $40, $50
right.
and just looking down at my plate and being like, I have one hamburger and I have a handful of fries.
Right.
So I think going the all-you-can-eat option is the best for anybody, but I think
not just here. And that's why we like places like Texas de Brazil, because yes, it's a little bit more money, but at least I can eat that much money's worth of food, if that makes sense. Because again, I can go to a place like that I'm going to pay $25 or $30, but if I've got to throw out half my plate because it's not food that I eat, at that point, I might as well just go spend a little bit more money and get that much food.
Right, because even the hot dogs, like even getting a hot dog and a couple of fries is going to range around $20.
Right.
So,
and then I'm going to throw out the fries and throw out the bun and then be really upset that all I have left is a hot dog that I can go to a gas station and pay $2 for.
We think there's a better way.
So we are at the Satuli Canteen in Pandora. We just got off of that Banshee ride. It was absolutely incredible. And I saw that they had some different protein options over here. So I wanted to check out and see what they offer. And from $12 to $18, you can get yourself basically a Chipotle bowl. So you can use a base of salad fixings, and then you can add the protein that you want. And you can choose from beef, chicken, a combination. You can have shrimp. There's lots of nice offerings. And I think with $12 to $15, $18 as a price point, that's a reasonable amount for a Disney lunch. Hey Joe,
What?
Here's a restaurant right by the dinosaur ride we love so much. It is home of the Impossible Burger. Surely, certainly, you want to eat there.
No, absolutely not.
No?
No. I mean, at least they do have regular bacon cheeseburgers and stuff. But again, that's my point. So $12.79, and the only thing on there I can eat is the piece of lettuce, the tomato, the cheese, the bacon, and even the cheese is going to be questionable. So I don't really want to pay $13 and throw out close to 75% of the food.
Here, I would probably go for the Cobb salad with chicken option just because I could eat everything that they're providing. This foot-long hot dog with chili and cheese looks decent, but again, like you're saying, you're gonna have to throw out the bun, the fries, and it never truly looks exactly like it's presented.
Yeah, or you can have the Impossible Spicy Burger.
Yeah. Okay, so here is the Flame Tree Barbecue restaurant. Definitely some more options as far as like half a chicken, St. Louis rib dinner. This hot link smokehouse sandwich looks good. You could just take off the bun and the fries. The chicken salad, you can ask for no sauce. I asked yesterday and they said a lot of the restaurants you can just get it without sauce on it if they add extra sauce. So again, it's still not a cheap price. If you want like ribs, chicken, pulled pork, that's something that we would want to get. You're still in the $19 range.
But I will say this. So I'm looking up here, the ribs, chicken, and pulled pork. So take off the beans. You could eat the coleslaw. I mean, there's probably sugar in it, but it's not going to be a lot. So you have that, the rib dinner, so long as you can get it without sauce. They have the half a chicken. Because again, the only thing I'm really throwing out here is the beans. Same thing with the ribs and chicken. You can also go to the kids' meal and get the baked chicken drumstick or the pulled pork platter and just pay $7. And that's coming with a water. So, you know, okay, obviously we're not going to eat the mandarins or the graham crackers. But for $7, you're going to get a water. And I think waters are like $4 here anyway.
And they don't screen it like you have to be a certain size or, you know, age. You must be this tall in order to, you know, purchase the...
Well, if we go by act like you're 4. So that might work too. In our experience in all of the parks, not just Disney, but when you go to Universal, when you go to SeaWorld, when you go to Busch Gardens, the barbecue places tend to be the best value for keto because usually the sides are like not a lot. There's usually like a lot of meat with a small side where it's, when you look at other things, you know, you have like throwing out the bread, throwing out the french fries. So barbecue is kind of becoming like, if you're going to go to a park and eat in the park, look for the place that sells barbecue.
Rachel's very concentrated right now. She's drawing something. I don't know what it is, but
I don't know either.
She's drawing something. Are you having fun?
I'm having so much fun. We need to do this every once in a while. Just have like a drawing project. This does not look like his, but I'm still pretty impressed that I participated. That was fantastic timing. We got to get out of the rain, I got to draw a picture, and now I get to do what I really wanted to do, and that is pet these goats.
I look forward to a 3-hour card ride of you home investigating where can I put a goat.
Exactly. Look at how beautiful they are. Look at this cute little tail.
No. No.
Think I could fit this goat in my fanny pack? This is basically me after any time we go to the Brazilian steakhouse. Just want to lay down and enjoy myself.
He wants his belly rubbed. Yep, just like Rachel. Absolutely no reaction when she's in a meat coma.
So I am super excited because I am surrounded by meat and Disney characters. Both of those things together, Joe, under one roof. I would love that so much. Oh my gosh, I got my picture with Goofy. I'm so excited. Like, we could just go home. I haven't even eaten, but the fact that I got to get my picture with Goofy, like, I'm ready to go. It's Daisy. Hi, Daisy. How are you? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see you. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love you so much. I love your fashion sense. It's amazing. Amazing. Look at this outfit. Oh my gosh. So stinky cute. I absolutely love it. Can I get my picture taken with you? Woo, let's do it. Oh, heck yes. This is where it's at. This is a do not miss. There's so much meat over there on the buffet. I didn't get it all. Like, I want shrimp. There's the chicken legs. There's all kinds of stuff over there. But right now, to start, they're braised beef. They have carving stations with lamb and pork. They've got rotisserie chicken, salmon, all kinds of stuff. And now, this is right here. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. This is the do not miss. This is the do not miss place. Absolutely. Do you mind if I get my picture taken with you? Oh my gosh, let's do it. Oh, I love it. Thank you so much, Mickey. So now, back to my food. Of course, we never travel without Redmond. We got our Redmond grill salt. And I'm going to tell you, this stuff looks delicious. Their signature thing is this braised beef. So let's take a taste. Super, super tender, very flavorful. Let me taste the salmon. Perfect.
So Rachel started over on the hot side. I actually went to the cold side, thinking like, let's take a look at the cold stuff first. You know, it's still like the old Joe, like salad first. Now I'm regretting that, but I didn't really get a lot of salad. They do have a lot of different salads. What I got was just cucumbers with feta cheese because I love cucumbers and I love feta cheese. Of course I got cheese. I got they had some ham and some turkey as far as lunch meat. I really like that. A bunch of cubes of butter because like butter makes everything better. And I did ask them it's real butter. And then I got coleslaw. They said there's no sugar in the coleslaw, so I'm good with that. And then I started off with a little bit of the chicken curry.
Great place here. Absolutely incredible and delicious food. Are you cooking all the food? Sometimes. Okay. Well, it's awesome. It's delicious.
Yeah, you go and explore, right? Come back hungry. Hopefully everybody has worked up an appetite today because everything on that buffet is freaking delicious. Thanks so much, Donald. So I am almost done with plate number 1. This is incredible food. This is some of the most moist, sorry about that word, salmon I've had. This is absolutely delicious. And if you come at this time, which is 3:30, 4 o'clock, it's after the lunch rush, but before dinner. So if you don't mind eating, like we don't mind eating anytime, this is the time to come. It's practically empty and you have lots of extra time with all of the characters because they just keep coming around. And this particular location has Mickey, Donald, Daisy, and Goofy.
Yeah, the waiter was telling us this is like the off-peak time because we're in between lunch and dinner. And he said the characters actually can get bored sometimes because they're just going around and going around and going around. So if you're here with your family and you want like a lot of character time, like Rachel, this is the time to come because they're going to keep coming to your table, as opposed to when it's really busy, you may only get like one interaction with each character.
Round 2. This time I made it over to the chicken curry and it's spicy. Very, very spicy. Good, delicious, very flavorful, but it is spicy. Went back for more of that braised beef. I can't get enough of it. It is delicious. And also this salmon, as you can see, that's the first thing that got eaten was this delicious salmon.
So I am having a couple of these little chicken wings, I guess. I've got, this is some pork. They have like a carving station, and then also some lamb, which I then put some tzatziki sauce on top of and some cucumbers, a little bit more butter to increase the fat. They have a shrimp curry. It's a shrimp in a green curry sauce. I'm going to try that. I really do like that chicken curry. I don't find it super spicy, but it does have a lot of flavor. And then a bunch of that braised beef. They may actually question the all-you-can-eat thing after we leave here. I think they're expecting people are paying the money for the characters, not for an all-you-can-eat food.
Or they're looking to have people eat a lot of desserts. There's some beautiful, visually appealing desserts and other kinds of different, like...
we're not going to show those.
Salads, mixed, things made up with rice. I get it. Like, I understand. And a lot of people are eating that. That's what they're kind of having, a big bowl of rice topped with a little bit of this. But we're not doing that. So this is plate number 3, and I'm starting to slow down a little, I'm not gonna lie, but
I'm getting full. I think I'm about done.
Getting full. But I wanted to finish off, I really like the beef and lamb, which is like a hero meat. That salmon, I'm gonna be dreaming about that later. I got a couple of cucumbers and tomatoes since Joe really spoke highly of the cucumbers with some tzatziki sauce on it. I got some chutney, and then they had a house-made ranch dressing, and I got some more of that braised beef. Hi, Daisy. How are you? You look so lovely today. So beautiful. Oh my goodness. Can you do a twirl? Look at this cute outfit. Oh my gosh. And the shoes to match. Adorable. Adorable. I love it. She's the best fashion.
How you doing over there?
So good. You look like you're done though.
I don't want to be done. Does that make sense? I don't want to be done.
The food is so good.
The food is really good. Like, I'm super impressed with how it tastes. I'm really... we got Goofy's behind us.
Ooh. It's Goofy! Oh my gosh, how cute! Oh, I love it. You know what? You guys need to get a photo together.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's your buddy, Goofy. You're usually with somebody Goofy.
I am. You're Goofy. Okay, I will say, this is a little weird. We don't have kids. And the characters, I mean, they're constantly coming around because the restaurant's pretty empty. I mean, this is definitely, I'm going to go with the waiter's like suggestion. This is the time to come. Every character, and there's only 4 of them, they've been at our table at least 5 times each. And there's also been times where we were like, oh, we're eating, like, come back in a little while. I mean, they're just constantly coming around. Like, I've never seen the amount of character interaction. Like, I definitely could see doing this with Peyton in a couple of years, you know? And again, this is something I've never done. So I don't know if this is normal, but it is a little weird as a 52-year-old man. And myself and my wife are having conversations with, you know, like characters. But back to the food thing, it's just really, really, really good.
It's Donald Duck! Oh my gracious! Look how cute! I don't think that you got a picture with Donald. Yes, look at that. Because you're never too old. Don't think that just because, I mean, Joe is saying like, hey, we don't have kids with us, so we can't come to a character premiere. Come out and like get your picture made. It's so much better now. There's no screaming, right? We would take pictures when we were little and you were crying, you were like scared of the characters, but here it is so much fun. So I definitely recommend coming here for the food and for the fellowship with the cutest people in town, especially to hang out with Donald. He's number 1.
We keep getting interrupted by characters, but it's really fun. I mean, I'm having a blast doing this. So before they come over again, no, the food is just so good and I want to keep eating it. But my stomach is saying, like, if you eat another bite, like, you're going to regret it. But I definitely could see coming back here again. Like, you know, we looked at all of the different menus in the restaurants throughout here, and I look at value. Yes, it is costing a little bit of money, but we go to Texas de Brazil all the time, and I know that I'm leaving here just as full as Texas de Brazil. So, like, even with the Mickey tax, even with the character tax, I feel like I'm getting value here at $60. Oh, by the way, it also includes your drinks. So what do you say? Water, soda, tea, all of that. When we go to Texas de Brazil, none of that's included. So $60. If you're a pass holder, you get a discount, and then you just have your tax and your tip. So in the end, I don't think I'm spending much more money than when we go out to most of the other all-you-can-eat places.
So I just got a little bit emotional realizing that the last time that I got my picture taken with Mickey was 170 pounds ago. So we asked the people here in the restaurant if they'd help us recreate that picture again, because this is a victorious moment. And it's interesting because we just ate our fill. We just ate a lot of delicious food. And it doesn't mean that I have to starve myself in order to have a better life.
Oh, nope, that's goofy.
So it doesn't mean that I need to starve myself in order to lose weight. I can eat lots of delicious food that's proper for my species, right? And I can enjoy the body that I have. I'm so stinking thankful to be able to take it all back.
I am so stuffed.
I'm stuffed, but I'm also really happy right now. I didn't realize like how much
I kind of thought it was silly we were going to eat a character dinner.
I did too.
I really did.
I was not thinking about how I would feel.
We were
about
looking
it.
for a buffet, didn't really care about the character. I was in fact looking around like, could we go to another park that doesn't have the character thing?
Yeah.
But now I'm really glad we did the character thing. It was kind of fun.
I highly recommend it. You know, we're supposed to enjoy our life every day. And sometimes that means getting a little childlike, you know, being willing to slow down for a moment and enjoy a character that's been a part of your life for your entire life, somebody like Mickey Mouse. And I didn't realize that it had been a really long time since I had my picture made with Mickey, and the last time
170 pounds ago,
we weren't well in our bodies. And so to come back and to enjoy a beautiful meal and friends that you remember, like, all of that is still the same. Mickey's the same, the adventure is the same, the desire to have the happiest day on earth is the same. And I'm so thankful that the thing that's changed has been our health for the better.
So, conclusion on this restaurant.
This is the one to come to.
Yeah.
It's great for the food.
Take out the character thing. I'm going to say, for me, I think it's the best value in the park. Does it cost $50? Yes, it does. You're paying a little bit of a Disney tax, but if you can eat, you're going to get $50 worth of food. Because I walked out of here paying the same amount of money that when we go to Rodizio Grill or anything like that, I'm just as full. So I could go to one of the other stands and pay $20, but I'm not going to be full after eating one hamburger patty.
Well, just to put it in perspective.
And it's, by the way, $5 for a soda anywhere else.
Exactly.
And here it included my soda.
Yeah. So yeah, even an ice cream, like the ice cream on a stick with a Mickey, it's like $6 here.
Yeah.
If you buy an adult beverage, it's $13 to $18 for a drink here. So yeah, the prices are all up. So when you compare it that way, like one drink being $15 and the whole meal being $50, I think it puts it in better perspective.
So I would say, even if you're coming with family, kids, grandkids, things like that, don't eat the whole day. Just fast your whole day and then just come fill up here. They're going to get desserts, they're going to get drinks, they're going to get all their food. So before we leave, we are going to finish out our day on It's Tough to Be a Bug.
It is tough to be a bug.
And this ride is really special to me because my dad came here with me, with John Paul, when he was little, when they first opened up this park. And so it's just a really fond memory of me, my dad, and John Paul going on this ride. So every time we've ever come to Animal Kingdom, I always want to go on it because it kind of reminds me of my dad.
Home again.
So we finished up eating yesterday, and then we walked around for a few minutes. We went on the Bug's Life ride just because it brings back memories. And we left. I don't know if we were like in a meat coma still from dinner, but we completely forgot to close out this video.
Yeah, we need closure, Joe. This video needs closure.
I really enjoyed that restaurant.
I did too. I thought that we were going to have to sacrifice flavor for quantity. And I usually like quantity over variety. But in this case, we got both. And I feel really good the next morning. Like, do you feel good the next morning?
I feel good, and I was actually pleasantly surprised that a couple of hours after we left, actually you were on the phone with your mom, we were driving home, and I said, I wonder what my CGM says about that meal. Because again, we're having like curry sauces. It's like when we were on the cruise. I expect there to be some wonky ingredients in that stuff.
Yeah, because it's in a fast casual type of setting in the middle of a very busy park. They're going to have to move food quickly.
And even in a fancier restaurant, generally curry sauces, they're going to include thickeners. And in my everyday life, I do avoid that stuff. But if I'm out to eat and it's just a little bit, I figure like it's not going to be a big deal. Remember, my motto, 90% is good enough. You're never going to be perfect. And so if 99% of the time we're not eating that stuff and then we go out to eat and we have those little bit of ingredients, I don't worry about it because I think overall it's not going to harm my health. But I was curious and I looked at my CGM and I was pleasantly surprised to see there were no spikes. I mean, there was just the normal, like nothing more than 5-10 points, like for several hours.
That is very encouraging. Like I'm starting to be less fearful
of going out to eat, if that makes sense. Because I think sometimes we can wrongly mop ourselves into the only four walls of our home and be so afraid of outside ingredients that we can't control that we're like, well, now I'm just never going to go out. And I do not think that that is a good mindset to have. We need to be able to go out and be confident and not be afraid of the world around us.
Now, you have to be smart about this. This doesn't mean go into a restaurant and just go willy-nilly and like, who cares? And you know, like, hey, you know what? I'm going to have barbecue ribs, and who cares that they slathered it with a whole bunch of sugar sauce? There's a difference between using a little bit of flour or cornstarch as a thickener in an overall recipe, and then something that's just going to be loaded with sugar, you know, eating bread, things like that. We're not going there. We're still trying to minimize exposure as much as possible by going, okay, I'm going to have this chicken and, okay, not slurp down the sauce, but if there's a little bit touching it, that's okay. But I'm not going to go eat the beer-battered fish sticks that they have.
I think you have to do your due diligence. And when we are in situations where you have maybe ribs to have, and you're like, oh, it looks like they only have one sauced, I will do that extra step of saying, like, can you get it without sauce? And I would say 8 out of 10 times, it's always been yes. That they have it, like, you know, they're not baking it in its sauce. They're putting sauce on after food is cooked. And so I can intervene and get sauceless, you know, ribs and things like that.
Yeah, it's like we've even been to places that they only sell chicken tenders. Like, it's like everything, the best option they have is chicken tenders. So what do? We get the chicken tenders and we peel off the breading.
Yeah.
Right? You know, if a touch of that breading ends up on the chicken tender, I'm not going to worry if I got 98% of it off of there. Now, I do have to say, when we went in there, I know I said it earlier, but like, I was like, I really don't want to do a character experience. But that was actually fun. As a 52-year-old, like, I actually enjoyed that.
I think that it reminds us to approach things like a child. A child is hopeful. A child is exuberant. Wherever they're at, they can be immersed in the experience. And we need to remember that. Like, that is not immaturity. I think that, like, as we mature, sometimes it can be a detriment to us if we are too, you know, adult about, like, serious all the time and never looking for the fun to be had.
Yeah, I do want to say that the picture that we took of us with Mickey Mouse, you know, we were trying to reenact the picture from 11 years ago on my birthday. I showed them to Anthony, and he said, hey, Mickey Mouse looks like he lost some weight, too. Because in that picture, Mickey Mouse is much bigger than
That's true.
the Safari Mickey Mouse.
Right.
Overall, though, I would highly recommend doing one of the all-you-can-eat restaurants. I think that the all-you-can-eat restaurant, whether it's a character experience or not, is your absolute best value in Animal Kingdom when you're going to Disney on Keto. I don't know about the other parks yet because we haven't done the other parks, and there may be better values without going into an all-you-can-eat one. We're going to have to explore that. I mean, just off the top of my head, I think when you go to Magic Kingdom, there are some other options like that I know of off the top of my head, like the turkey leg or Pico's Bill, where you can get a burger and just load up fixings.
Right.
So we're going to explore the other parks, but when it comes to Animal Kingdom, I think the best keto option would be the all-you-can-eat restaurant, and followed up by the other one that you showed the menu with the smokehouse and stuff. What do you think?
I absolutely agree.
Because you're the cheapskate.
I'm the chipper chicken person for sure. But when you think about the fact that the meat at the smokehouse was in that $18 to $20 range for one serving, and really not even what I would call a full and complete Rachel serving, paying, you know, just double to get as much food as you want and a variety of it, it just is very, you know, it's a cost savings, it feels like.
Yeah, you just get all of your meals in one meal. It's kind of like when we went to Vegas. When we went to Vegas, we realized it's expensive to eat in Vegas.
Yeah.
So every day we did an all you can eat and said we're basically OMADing. We're going to eat as much as we can in that meal, because if you looked at it, okay, $45, $55, but are you spending that in Disney World if you're going to not eat one meal but 3 meals? You're probably going to still come close to that $45 to $55 range.
Now, something to bring back from our experience into our everyday life, which I love, you know, if you can bring a vacation attitude back, is I really like the Mediterranean and Indian flavor combinations. I really enjoyed those spices, and it was something that was reinforced again on the cruise when we were able to have those types of flavors at dinner time. So definitely, I like those seasoning blends, and we need to seek that out, because I could absolutely make our Mexican pulled chicken and substitute different spices for what we use and absolutely change the flavor profile.
Well, that is going to be the end of today's video. If you like seeing videos like this, take a look at some of the ones over there. Also, make sure you check out our most recent videos. I'm going to put right over here.
But whether you head this way or you head this way, don't forget to head this way. Subscribe to our channel and click the little bell icon, and that way every single time we go somewhere, you'll be alerted to it.
Till next time.
Bye.